Hello and welcome to this video, and we're going to review a new update that just come up for the Vue. It's a 2019 new release. The few options, actually three big elements was added to this release, which is actually one is very big update and two other ones they're good to have, but they're not like crucial. The biggest one it is you can now import inside the Vue real terrain. So if you look right here, we have it new, it's called real world terrain import. If you worked before with the Vue and application, we usually to do this by going in a map and selecting high field map. We can import this way, or it can go through World Machine or some other applications. So what's happening now when you open the real world terrain import, you'll see we have this new interface. Okay, so let's go look a couple of things. What I found out is kind of good, bad, work, whatever. Overall, you have your output. Again, this is map. It is utilize public geo map, so your resolution is not higher that you may find in other places. So resolution is about the same as you can get it on terrain websites that publicly available. However, it's make a little bit easier to this. So right here you can see we have our Earth map looking around. Okay, you can move around by click and hold down the right key. So for example, I'm going to somewhere in US around this area. And again, if you're going to low resolution, you can come very, very close. You'll notice if you're going very, very close, and after it's tried to take data, it's come up, it says, hey, precision from server data is not that accurate, so you just want to zoom out. The couple things also, when it's import like this data preview, then our resolution to import is 4000 by 4000 pixels. We just don't have it enough. So you can see the tiles, and I find about 25 tiles. It's probably closest you can get it. And this is a resolution will be about 1024 by 1024 per pixels. And even when we import, then it still have some pixelization on the ground. You can still see some of those blockiness. So, but this is a limitation not to the Vue, it's a limitation to the data provider for the maps. So, but right now we'll go zoom out a little bit more, and let's select maybe area, and we can do this by just dragging elements around. Notice right here we also have our longitude, latitude elements. So if you know precise location, you just can go put these numbers. Also you can center on and select visible area if you want to do bigger one or smaller. So you have it custom create area you want to do. I'll just select what you view right now. So it was about 60 elements. I think 60 it will be a little bit still be smaller for 4000, but we'll try to do and we'll see what's happened. Let's look very fast to our options. We have an area to import. That's what we'll look before. Select visible, view all these elements. We have our width right now. It's 114 kilometers. This actually will be about right for 4000. But you know what, let me go ahead and make smaller elements. I just want to show you what's happening when we have the smaller selections. So 23 kilometers. I know it will be not enough data for this resolution. Okay, we'll ignore the cache for now. Display settings, and let's go import. As import, we have an option to import as procedures or as high field. The both of them at current state does not have that many different. Instead, what type of you import terrain, and you usually can still be switching them inside. And we'll look on a second how to do this. So I'm going to import our procedural terrain, and when I start working, it's patching all of these tiles, so it's take a little bit time sometimes, depend on the speed of your internet connections and how fast other server process it. So I'm going to pause for a little bit till we fetching or receiving all of those tiles from the server. Okay, so actually it was accepted properly, so we did not have it. I maybe need to go back and try to create bigger size, but overall right here we have it, our terrain is important. It's 23 kilometers, so resolution was okay, but it's we're going right now preview. So in a case, if you're just getting this error says, hey, resolution is not right, do you want to adjust it properly, you can do this. It will just reduce the resolution of your terrain. But again, because I select a large area, it was enough information to produce it. Okay, let me go ahead, select this one. We'll take our camera. Let's look down on our terrain a little bit, kind of preview, and I'm going also switch for now from photometric to standard, and just bring a little bit down sky fog so we can see our terrain a little bit more clearly. Okay, you can see from here we have it, this already correct terrain applied. Okay, let's go to select basic white terrain. Maybe it's not too white, so we'll flat gray I think will work a little bit better. Okay, and we'll just go to render, so we'll go preview screen. Let's go high resolution. I'll just go to render to preview. So right here we can see our terrain with the river, path, wherever we created, so it's all imported properly. So let's go ahead and edit this object as our terrain, and inside the terrain editor you can see we have it our okay, right there. Let me switch from our graph in a second. So right here you can see we have it our terrain imported. It does actually adjust, it's taken down to 256, so it does automatically adjust for me. I probably click checkbox for this, but overall here you can see our terrain with height and altitude should be correct because it's imported directly. Couple things what I was saying before, even it's right now terrain set as a procedural whatever, if we look in the graphs, you can see at this moment we have it our only projection. So we have our image that is imported or tiled, how it's selected properly. Plus it's very accurate, but we don't have any fractals applying to this. So it's meaning if we're getting very close, we'll see some of those pixelizations. So you still need to apply. To switch between the terrain's options, right now it's procedurals. All what we need to do, switch to high field if you want to just be as a high field. And same if you open as a high field, you can click and select procedural. So you can switch between them. And I noticed it wasn't that big different on the terrains, how it's created. So it is just only the settings, but it's same things. If we go look now in function for this one, same, we have it just producing the image based. Of course, in the future we will have a tutorials when we're going to increase details for this by combining with a procedural terrain with procedural fractals, and we will have very small details on them so they don't affect for us overall shape terrain. But if, for example, we're going and use, okay, so we'll take our camera, bring very close to, actually we can almost even drop to our elements. Let's go down, look a little bit more, and let's render, see if we can see it. Now it's look actually cleaner. So it's not bad, because in some cases you may have it some pixelization if you come closer, but again, resolution seems like handled very good in this case. Okay, we'll smooth it out. Okay, let's render one more time to preview. You can see the some of the right here just a little bit. But again, that is, we speak about the resolution what's provided from the image, and it's always will have a problem because pixelizations, how high is the resolution. That's the reason why saying we're going to do in the future, add some fractals to this to hide and create overall without changing the shapes of our terrain. So right here is a one addition. Like I said before, it is to create a new terrain. So if you can select it, and remember, if for some reason you will have it come up with not enough information, you can try again, just change overall resolution. But I think this is one of the biggest change or addition to Vue application that is make much easier, much nicer to work with real world data. And remember, you can combine this real world data when you're using, you can combine with your atmosphere editor settings with the light positionings. So if you go on a site and you can sun, it's at the real world time, location, whatever. So you can match precisely footage that you may have it and you want to process it later as the set extension or whatever it is you want to do, tied up to specific place. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, be sure to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and let me know if you have any more questions. And just keep it in touch because more features was released in this new version of the Vue, and we'll look on them shortly.